Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Friday, September 30th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and joined alongside me, we have all day Eric Deshane.
What up?
What up?
What up? Yo, what up?
Yo.
I can't be him.
LD in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Are
Little
you
Dicky,
more of an
alright.
LD or more of a Gata?
Neither.
You don't have the gander, you don't have the
I
swag?
can, the swag nor the bravado that they have. No, I couldn't pull off being a rapper. Yeah, no, it's not my thing. I am as white as they come.
We're here to talk about Dave. This is a movie club. Normally we review movies, but since we're a week removed from my birthday, it was my pick, and I said, you know what? Let's do 3 episodes of a show that I watched. I think I watched it last year. I think around summertime. I think I started.
You talked about it more in the spring.
Maybe
talking about it then, yeah.
But yeah, I just
the show Dave.
I just really enjoyed it. I heard some things about it. Not a really popular show by any means. I don't think there's a ton of
honestly
out there.
But if you would have told about the movie, I wouldn't ever have watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it had very little marketing, very little push behind it, and yeah, I wouldn't even know it existed.
Yeah, it's a show written by Dave Bird, who goes by Lil Dicky. He
legitimately I thought it was just a thing for the show. No, his actual stage name is Lil Dicky.
Lil Dicky. Huh. He's mostly he's been pretty popular on YouTube. He's got quite a bit of views on there. It's more of like a satirical comedic rapper.
Comedy rapper, yeah, comedy musician.
But you know what? He actually there's some like freestyle bits where he goes on like I don't know if you've ever heard of Sway in the Morning and that sort of thing, but it's like a big hip hop station on Sirius XM and stuff like that. And usually they'll invite rappers on and they'll always get them to do a freestyle, and freestyles where you show your chops, right? So yeah, and he surprised a lot of people on there by actually like doing really, really well on his freestyles and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, actually, he's not just a funny, goofy rapper. He actually can rap quite well. And somehow he got a TV show. And yeah, I watched there's 2 seasons of it. I watched all of it, and I really enjoyed it. And I tried to get people to watch it. Nobody wanted to watch it, so I was like, all right, well, movie club. I'm forcing you to watch it, and then Tyler's like, I gotta go to work. Bye.
Yeah, Tyler's like, I got a crazy shift, so I can't really try to watch it. All right, well, I'll watch it. And
anything to not watch this show, I guess. So I'm just kidding. No.
Yeah.
Man, what'd you think? We watched the first 3 episodes.
Well, I did not like it.
Really?
It's not my kind of show. But like I looked into it, like I enjoy satirical like musicians all the time. Like my favorite band is a band called Ninja Sex Party, headed by Dan Avidan, who was like this awesome musician and comedian, and part of the Game Grumps, and like everything to do with him and Aaron and all the other stuff he does. Hilarious. I love everything to do with that. I don't mind that, but the character of Dave and the humor in the show was not my kind of show I wanted to watch. It was a struggle to get through it.
Wow.
Like, I had a hard time watching the show. Like it was cringe. I felt nothing but cringe watching it a lot of the time, which sucks because this guy can be very funny and he's playing that like that dry, like that awkward, socially awkward humor, which I couldn't get behind and I had a hard time watching it. I felt like watching The Office. It really did for me. That's what it felt like for me. I know that's just how he was, and which he can be very witty and very funny, but he was coming off as just one of the most awful and annoying people I've ever like saw on TV. I couldn't stand him. I really couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong because it does kind of play into that, like his character, like in his like, cause he's kind of like a neurotic kind of guy,
extremely to the point where like I can see that being a thing with people, but to the point where I couldn't believe if someone is like that in real life. Like I've never seen someone like that myself, and like it's almost to an extreme where I couldn't see like someone being like this. That was kind of the big thing with that, right? Like, to be that neurotic and that like into oneself and not seeing like
Mm-hmm.
just how the function like that. I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get behind him at all. But I know
Yeah.
he can be funny, but I just couldn't. Yeah, and
That's the thing
there
too.
are
Like
parts where I
it's
laughed, but it's yeah.
yeah, and I mean like his personality, like and like how he is kind of
Mhm.
like how he like thinks of himself a lot. Like actually plays into the show. Like it's very much like they're
Mhm.
like he gets in fights with a lot of his friends because he's like they're like quit being such a selfish douchebag all the time and stuff like
Mhm.
that. You're not thinking about anybody else besides yourself and that sort of thing.
Mhm.
And I think like the show is just like really well written about that. Like because like he himself is like doing everything. His like his dream is to be a rapper. It's been his dream since he was a little kid,
Mhm.
and like he's just like consumed about like pursuing that dream at all costs, and then like he ends up like fucking up some of his relationships because of it and that sort of thing. And then like I think it's
Mhm.
just like these first three episodes don't really touch on it that much. It's just more of a
Yeah.
kind of like a kind of silly goofy thing. Like the third episode is kind of like more of like about him and
Third
his
episode was tough. Like, oh my god, like nothing's
uh
advancing. It's just the fucking like I'll admit like that ending. I fucking died laughing. I'm like perfect ending for the episode, but that was the last minute, if that, of like how funny that was. Everything else was like, oh, this is a fucking struggle. Like
really
this is
man
tough,
it's
man.
so there's so many like good quips in the show that make me laugh all the time. And like I think I don't know, although the other thing is too is like it's just I don't know it's real life kind of thing, but even though it's like he's trying to be a rapper kind of thing,
Yeah.
it's like these are like real conversations like about the third episode is about him and his sexuality and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and talking
How
with his
uncomfortable he is with it, right? Like, he's very
mm,
uncomfortable with his sexuality and what he wants sexually and everything else, and that's a human conversation to have. I get that,
yeah.
but at the same time, it's like no one is like is so extreme and so it was so
It
realistic. I
definitely is like
couldn't.
a
Yeah,
weird like because the problem is that he has like fucked up dick or whatever
he
that is.
says he's a fucked up dick, but we don't see it because they're too scared to show it.
Yeah,
And she sees it, she's like, "It's the dick. It's fine." But
yeah.
to him, it's fucked up. But for everybody else, like, no, it's like fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like even the first episode, he says it to his doctor. His doctor's like, "Yeah, it's just a dick, dude. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing." But to him, he's so neurotic and how he thinks it's imperfect that he just can't get over it. It's like, well, like no, fuck, dude, get over it. Like you just can't go
Yeah,
past these self-made hurdles. You just cannot go past, and
yeah.
that's
But I think like
hard to
everybody
watch.
has that kind of
Oh,
like a thing
absolutely.
that's kind of like they're
Mhm.
afraid to show other people kind of thing,
Mhm.
or
Oh, I get that, but
either
it's very
physical or
much
not physical or something like that.
yeah, it's still very much like he's just so involved into himself. He's not seeing just the larger things in life right now, and it shows. Episode 2 was a big like that really showed like he's doing a supposed to be set for a kid's funeral. He cannot get past like the fact like it's not about him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's so upset the fact that this is his first live show. Like no one just lives like this. Like till his friend that tells him like the legitimate truth. Like, dude, it's not about you. Don't you see
Mm-hmm.
that? Like about him, about the kid, right? And he still couldn't like even at the end, he still couldn't see that. And like, he still,
I think he was
yeah,
finally coming around at the very
he
end,
was,
and then
and then
Macklemore
Macklemore
shows
comes in
up.
and shows up and sees the thunder, so he's like, oh, okay, yeah, and yeah, it's like, see, that's what I fucking died laughing too. Was like,
Yeah.
he finally gets it, and then here comes the real shit. It's like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. No, it's yeah, it was tough, and it's very much a music genre that I'm not a huge fan of as well.
Mm,
So it was tough to get into a lot of the issues they're having with it and everything else. Like I don't like rap, so it's not really my thing. So
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think like also like me, I'm a like I'm not. I would say I'm not like a hip hop fan. I listen to it, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
like a. I don't like seek out new releases or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a song I hear on the radio and I enjoy it, then I'll probably listen to it or something like that. But like I don't follow it that deeply at all. But like him being like the suburban white guy,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of like acts as like a good way to like entering that world because he's like just as confused about it as I am.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like what I got paid $10,000 to get this guy to do a verse on one of
I
my
thought
songs.
for sure that was gonna go nowhere. That was a scam from day one, and that was
Right.
all it was. But it's kind of a little ways, but it's still like yeah, he paid essentially paid 10 grand to be in a oh fuck, what's it called? Instagram shot or something like that, right?
Yeah,
Of
Instagram
being
video,
awful. I
basically.
mean,
Yeah.
I guess that's notoriety just the same, but still, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just it was just not my kind of show,
Mm-hmm.
man. It was tough to say, but yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, that's just what it is. I guess it's not your
Mhm.
type of humor. It's not your type of
No,
humor.
no, like
But
it's just that social awkward and that kind of like unknowingly just unknowingly awkward humor. I just can't like get
mm,
behind it. It's just tough to watch. Tough to like there were quips, there were jokes being said and being done, but I was just taking out everything else. I couldn't like find the effort to laugh or get behind the scenes. Right? It was just like,
mm-hmm.
oh my god, like this is I'm done with this scene and what they're trying to pay off here. Just go to the next thing or something like that,
Mm,
right? But yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Didn't get behind it.
See, I guess I'm the opposite. I like when they're
Hmm.
when
But
they're at
you like The Office. You like that kind of shows, though,
I
right?
mean, I've never really watched The Office all that much, but
Hmm.
I do like
Hmm.
the drier kind of stuff. I guess for sure.
Mm.
Like,
Oh, I love dry humor. Don't get me wrong. I love British humor to a T. We all love what the hell all those kind of British shows and everything else. But this show is just that awkward humor, and
mm-hmm.
as a social awkward guy too, it's like I'm seeing a lot of myself in these conversations. I don't like this. I don't want to watch myself on TV like that. No, thank you. So let's move on.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Mm.
shame you're not gonna watch the rest of it, but
Maybe I could finish it. It's only what 10 episodes to a season.
yes.
Yeah, like maybe, but it wouldn't. It was never a show that piqued my interest, and now after watching a few, it still really doesn't.
Yeah.
It's more the fact like, okay, well, where's he going? I'm kind of curious about if he ever does. Like, he's not ever gonna get big, and if he does get big, he's gonna screw it up himself somehow by being so neurotic in himself that it's gonna fuck up somehow, right?
Well,
It's like,
I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know how much you want me to say about it, but
mm, no, I could just, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get behind it again, but yeah.
but yeah, the show has, I don't know. To me, I really enjoyed it because one, I find it's hilarious, but two, like it also has. I think it has like a lot of heart to it as well. Like we didn't see it in these episodes, but episode 5 is like a really powerful episode, really emotional episode.
Mhm.
And same thing with like end of the season and season 2. Like the show made me cry like I think 3 times, like which is kind of
You've
crazy.
said that before, yeah. I remember you saying that. It made you feel some emotions watching it before. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
because
yeah,
like
I
they
could.
do such a good job of like writing these characters and like they like I think most of these people like are his friends in real life that he casted in the show, so you
Mhm.
can like actually tell that they are like friends and stuff like that. So like their chemistry's like really good. So when like they
Mhm.
are kind of like fighting or like going through like turmoil, that sort of thing, you just like you feel it quite a bit and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean I tell you all this stuff because you're probably not gonna watch it, but I don't know if it's
Mm. Save it for the people listening who
yeah,
gonna watch it,
exactly.
not spoil it for them. So
If
yeah.
hopefully we didn't get any reviews. Hopefully people took a leap and watched the show because,
Hmm.
like I said, yeah, it's got heart. I like it a lot. I definitely knew it wasn't gonna be for everybody because it is
Hmm.
definitely like a raunchier show, and there's a fucking episode in season 2 that is just like totally fucking retarded. That is
Uh.
like, but like it goes like all the way around to being hilarious to me. But
Mhm.
yeah, it is what it is, I guess. I don't know what else
That's
to say because we're gonna be like,
yeah.
I don't like it, you like it, or you don't like it, I like it. So it's just like
Hmm.
this part was funny. You'd be like, no, it wasn't. So I don't know what else to say about
I
the
don't know,
show.
man. It's a tough sell for me, unfortunately.
I think Tyler would have liked it.
Probably, yeah. Not much because but if he's like me, he hates The Office though. So maybe he cling to that level of humor and maybe be like need to be turned off right away and kind of can't get past that.
Maybe.
Maybe, but yeah,
I don't know.
that's the one thing with that. It is yeah, just his attitude and just the way he acts, his mannerism, this awkwardness and just this
Hmm.
obliviousness that he
Well, he
has.
doesn't
It's
like The Office because he thinks Michael Scott's retarded. Not
that's
that.
why I feel the same way too with that. I can't stand Michael Scott. He's the reason why I don't watch
Yeah,
The Office.
but he's
Yeah.
not awkward. He's just retarded.
He's awkwardly stupid. That's his whole
Yeah.
point. Yeah, it's stupid, stupid awkward humor, which I feel is this too. Is just that like to walk into a recording booth with tuna fish sandwiches and then get hacked like, whoa, what's wrong? It's like
That's
dude, like
that's so funny. He's like, you
yeah.
said you drop by any time. It's like, yeah, but not with
Yeah,
fucking tuna fish.
no one fucking tuna fish sandwiches in the middle of a recording booth with like A-lister superstars. Like, yeah.
Hilarious.
Mm.
That's funny to me. Yeah, it just kills me. It's so funny. Like the part that kills me the most in episode 3 is whenever he's like having sex with that like sex toy of his.
Mm-hmm.
And he like finishes. And he looks up and there's that Drake poster of Drake just going like staring at him for some reason, and like it keeps showing up in the episode 2 is like Drake looking at him. Oh, makes me crack up. I don't know why, but it's just like
See, I've watched all that and I'm like
Drake just silently judging him. or when she like goes to like I need to pee and like goes in starts peeing and then the fucking thing flops
pops out. What the fuck is that?
It's Fuck Me Silly 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they make the milking table at the end there.
Yeah, that made me fucking laugh. I was like, oh, of course. Like, of all places to fucking do that too. Like that's happening in a garage. That's like it's like what the fuck? It's way too public for something that intimate. And you know what was gonna happen? That yeah, exactly what happened. Someone pulls up and opens the door and like press the button. It slowly goes down again.
I'll just park on the street.
Yeah.
I'm gonna milk I'm gonna milk you by eating your ass. I don't think it's milking. It's more like a gerbil in a water bottle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well, since you're not gonna watch any more of our show, I just want to tell you this one gag. The milking table does come back at one point.
I would assume it does. Yeah.
They're having like a barbecue in their little back area, and there's a the milking table has like a tablecloth on it. You don't really notice the milking table when you see it, but like Gator shows up. He's like, "Yo, I brought some wine." And he puts it on the table, and it just goes through the hole real slowly. Hilarious show. Well, probably this is gonna be and I think they're doing another season. It's coming out next summer, I think, is what it's supposed to be. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I look forward to it. Well, Eric, we could probably end this episode right now because there's nothing else to talk about.
Nothing else without Tyler here. It's tough to get another opinion of it. Yeah. So, but yeah. Do I recommend it? I would recommend it to those who I can think would enjoy it, but yeah, it's definitely not on my usual rewatch list.
Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe if I just just buckle down, maybe have a few drinks with me or something, just sit and watch it. Maybe I will enjoy it again. It could be like Pineapple Express to me. That movie was when it first came out. I fucking despised it. I hated it. I couldn't watch it. Didn't like it. No, I love it. I fucking love that movie now. So it could be very much of that, right? So
it could also be like I know like some comedies are just better if you're watching it with friends and stuff like that.
Exactly, yeah. So it could be that too as well. Maybe it was something we watched together. Maybe I would enjoy it more. But yeah, it probably is more of that because I think if watching it with friends, we could laugh at those jokes a lot better than me trying to watch it all the time. Yeah, I think it could be very much that as well. So yeah, but maybe give it some time. Maybe I'll stew on it for a while and come back to it one day and just finish watching it and come back with a whole different perspective. But yeah, you caught me in a maybe in a bad week or something, man. So yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Not all can see
the greatness of Dave.
The greatness. Not all can see God's light. Dave's light. Dave's messed up penis.
So he says.
He's got two pee holes, man.
Yeah, that's what he says. Fuck.
His mom and dad are fucking funny though.
We don't see them at all. Or no. Do we see them in the first episode? I don't remember offhand. No, I don't think you do.
He calls them in the first episode.
Right, he calls his mom. It's right. He calls them to get his more bits of money. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Talk to him and who are you stealing from? Who stole your song? It's like, no, it's not how it works. Like, yeah.
His name's YG. Is it YG in a question mark or YG letters? Or is it
Yeah.
YG? Is it a Korean rapper? It's like, I gotta
Of
go
course,
by.
of course
Is
they
it
don't
Korean
understand it.
rapper?
Of course they don't understand it because that's the whole point. Because why would he be a rapper? Yeah.
They show up quite a bit in season 2, and like actually, there's
Mm,
like that was another emotional part in season 2
mm,
was with him and his parents and that sort of thing. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, when there's the little kid Dave in the 3rd episode,
Mm.
his mom's like talking to her. It's like talking to him. He's like, I got a fucked up dick. It's like, your father's got a small penis. He's like, it's average. It's
It's
average in
average.
America.
Average. It's average.
Good stuff. Anywho,
Mhm.
well, we made it to 20 minutes. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Uh, wish Dave was better. That's all for me.
I wish you were better, Eric.
Yeah, I know. I knew you'd go somewhere like that. Yeah. Sorry, man. Sorry to disappoint, but it's not for me.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No, just kidding.
That you should be.
Any ideas on what to watch next? Maybe we should
Nah.
convene with Tyler.
I say we reconvene with our third and see what he says.
Give me October. Gotta watch some spooky
Oh,
stuff.
yes. Spooky month. That's right. We gotta get ready for that.
Watch
Maybe
the
he'll pick a good
scariest
scary
movie I've ever seen, The Halloween Tree.
The what?
Alright, the cartoon of that.
Charlie
The kid
Brown?
fucking dies. Their kid friend dies, and
I have never heard of this.
they find a
What?
pumpkin that looks like his face or something, and like his soul, and they gotta like try and save his soul from the Halloween tree. And I was like, this is a fucking crazy movie for a cartoon.
Cartoon Network? Holy shit, yeah, look at that. Huh. 93. Oh, it's an old 93 movie. Hmm.
And they go to a bunch of different countries and how they celebrate Halloween there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this creepy old man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, scary movie when I was a kid. I was like, what the hell? Cartoons are supposed to be funny.
I remember being scared as a kid by more movies that weren't horror movies, like just more like scary things in a child's mind kind of scenes. Like Jurassic Park and Tremors fucked me up bad as a kid, but like that's always it's more of a monster than a horror movie, I guess. But yeah.
I remember watching the what is it called? The Devil's Rejects.
Oh yeah, the Rob Zombie movie, yeah.
Because I think I was like 12 or 13. I was going through the channel guide,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was playing on Spike or something. And I saw that there's a nudity tag, and I was like, oh,
Ooh, this could have boobies.
let me check this out. And I did see some boobies, and I was like, nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also saw like they fucking like peeled the skin off this dude's face and was like holding it up, and I was like, I'm never gonna sleep again.
Yep.
So
a big one growing up too was Jeepers Creepers.
Mm.
That was then Texas Chainsaw came out too around 2000 or whatever it was, and that was big. Yeah, that one was a tough one to watch. Even now, it's like I don't know why I was scared about it, but it's the way it's at a young age, just don't see it as what it is, right? But now it's like, oh, it's just yeah.
All right. Well, that's
we'll
gonna
think
do
about
it.
it next. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll get back to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching on YouTube. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. We don't know when we're gonna be doing our hot chip challenge thing.
Not for the next week or a while, because Tiff Tyler's gone for the next week to Saskatchewan for work. Then no, we have no idea when. No,
it's coming one day.
We'll find a day. Yeah, and I got things lined up here. I don't want to say nothing yet. I'll wait till it's more official. Well, yeah. So talk about it in the podcast.
If it's the last thing we do, it'll be that video. We'll be like, this is our last video.
Yep. Watch us die, literally.
Yep. Hey, if you're listening on a podcast service, you can also leave a rating, like on iTunes or Spotify. You can leave those ratings there and subscribe as well. And head over to our Facebook page, like the page, and submit a question, because we're going to be doing our Ask Us Anything pod for Monday. We'll have to probably record that tomorrow or Saturday, because...
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think... I don't know. Might be back kind of in time for... Because, like, the basketball game's, I think, at, like, 4.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean... I'll probably be back at, like, 8 on Sunday, so it's possible. Anyways. That's all admin shit. Anywho. Alright. That's it. Goodbye. Talk to you later. Have a great weekend.
See ya.
Go Raps, go.